But guess what happens? That alarm clock goes off at 4 a.m. to train. I don't want to be a SEAL today. Or I don't want to be whatever today. I'll start tomorrow. Looks very ugly. There's no passion. There's no motivation. There's no, oh my God, man, no. It's every day of your life just doing. He asked me a question about he wants to be really good at tennis. But what happens is after I play tennis for a while, I want to go play video games. You obviously don't want it bad enough. Because the person that I became obsessed. I became obsessed with being the baddest mother that God ever created. Am I that? I don't care. I believe it.
What do you think most people get wrong about motivation?
They think it's a permanent fix. They think it's something that is a constant. They think that maybe once I get it, I'm going to hold on to it. And that's the thing about that I was telling you, that I always talk about. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. And a lot of times you have to learn to perform without motivation. You have to learn to perform without purpose. You have to learn to perform a lot of different things. And that's what people think. They think I need to have this motivation to work out, to study, to be better. So if they don't have it, they just don't do it. And that's where you fail. You have to learn to train your mind well beyond motivation. If you have motivation, that's great. That's some kindling to the fire. All it takes is a little bit of spark, you can burn the whole forest up. And that's what keeps me, those are the sparks. Like, I look at motivation as just a spark. It's like kindling. How a big fire starts, it starts with a little smoke. It starts with a little cigarette being thrown in the woods. Next thing you know, all California's burn up. That's what I've been doing my whole life, is I find these little sparks. And once that little thing takes off, that's a 1 hour fuel. Then you got 10 hour fuel. Then you can move that thing to a 10,000 hour fuel. These big logs and big trees that burn for days. And that's where you want to bring that motivation. That's where you want to bring that drive. So if you have no kindling, the kindling is me going out with these young guys saying, all right, you're 43. It's a 20-year-old. Keep up with them. That kindling now, when I leave those young guys, it has now become that 10-hour fuel. And now that 10,000 hour fuel that I use throughout my whole life. I use that throughout my whole life, man. Hey, this summer at 43, you went out there and you did that, man. So, you're not giving up yet. You're not done yet. Not today. You're not done today. But motivation, you have to learn to exist without it. You have to learn to be your best self when you're least motivated. And that's the tricky part about all that shit. Motivation is just a word. You have to have these different things in your mind on where you want to go and know that motivation is not going to get me there. Because I'm not going to always be motivated. Motivation is crap. It's shit. People right now, maybe listening to this shit, they'll be motivated to go run. If it's cold somewhere where they're at, allow them to shut that door, go back inside. That's motivation. It comes and go as how you feel. If you and your wife are good, if you and your kids are good, if you're good at work, you're motivated. I like a mother whose life is imploded, ain't got shit in life, and says, still got to get after today, man. That's what it's about. So that's when you move from motivation to driven to obsessed. And I want people to realize once you get to this portion over here, the driven obsessed part, you're unstoppable. And it takes being obsessed to where people think you're crazy. People look at me and say, oh my God, you're a masochist, you're this and that. I'm not gonna get into how bad I was in all these races and SEAL training. I had 21 stress fractures going through Hell Week. 21 stress fractures. You know what I did? I taped my ankles up. Roger that. I want to be a SEAL. So I did it. Become obsessed with being great. It changes everything. So what's the great divide of human beings? Who are you on those days you don't want to do things? It's easy to conquer when it's good weather. You got good sleep. Work's going good. The family's good. You feel great. Your body's not injured. Those are the easy days to conquer. But who are you on those days when all hell's broke loose? Your body's f***ed up. You're sore. You're depressed. You're miserable. You're not the favorite person at school. You might be getting bullied. You might be falling behind in life. Who are you on those days? When shit's all f***ed up. That's the great divide. Those people who get up on those days when everything's f***ed up and still grind, that's the separator right there. Without being driven or obsessed, this motivation fades. And motivation is at the all-time high when your bills are paid, when your wife or husband is good, when everything is good, you're motivated. It's that person when all hell breaks loose and everything falls apart that says, I still got to get it in. And how you get to that point in life, what I figured out, it's so noisy right now. This world is so noisy. We all walk around with these phones, computers. The world is so fast. We're not able to think. The most powerful weapon in the world, we walk around with it. It's our mind, it's our brain. You have to be able to go into a very dark place in your mind and figure who you are. Go back to what you want to do. What's your purpose? We can't figure our purpose out or why we're here or why we're even born or whatever because it's so loud in our mind. We don't have any quiet time with ourselves to sit back and say, what do I really want? There's so many different dialogues in our head that we can't think. So my biggest thing is you have to be alone in a very dark place in your mind to think about what is important to you. In a dark room, you face yourself, you realize you want to be better, you realize you don't want to be this weak, insecure person in the world who has all these problems that we all have. We all have. Make up your own mission statement. What do you want to be in life? And once you do that, now you can work with somebody to get better. You can work with yourself to get better. But until you know what you want to stand for, you will always just be sitting down. You'll never stand for anything. The darkest part of my life was when I was 24 years old and I was out of shape. I was lazy, depressed. And how I overcame it was belief. Believing that I am better than who I am right now at this moment. And through that, and through that belief, I became the man sitting here today. I started being able to take negative shit and be happy. And this whole, I say what if a lot, it sounds corny and it sounds weak, but it's true. One of the recruiters said there's not many black Navy SEALs. Matter of fact, I was the 36th African-American SEAL in history. So I was like, man, what story would it be if my fat, dumb, lying to be friends with people, insecure ass can overcome this shit? And that what if mentality, like that dreamer mentality, just would always fuel me. It would just fuel me, man. What if I can be a SEAL, man? What if I can go from running a quarter of a mile, now I run 205 miles? What if I can go? Just what if I can go? And what if, how would that feel? A lot of people, man, how do you do what you do? At the end of the day, I asked myself one question: can I take one more step? And usually the answer is yes. So if you can answer that question and not take another step, that is real failure. That is real quitting. So a lot of people can take one more step, but they choose not to. I don't know if you can take two steps. You got to answer that question after you take the first step. But I can always take one more step, so if I choose not to, that's on me. I got to live with that. A lot of us out here are pushing real hard, but we're afraid to go to that dark side. In your mind, when you push real hard, you have this door in your mind. And a lot of us don't want to open that door. Once you open that door, you're in a tunnel. It's a dark ass tunnel. And you can't see shit. But there's one thing about being in dark places. If you have the courage to stay in there long enough, your eyes will start to adjust to the darkness. Your body and mind will always adjust to more suffering, to more pain. If you want to push harder, know this: your mind quits way before your body does. So you have to be willing to go way into that darkness and find more of yourself. There is no get out of jail free card. This is why I say stay hard. Because when you weren't given the gifts The only thing you can do in life is stay hard. It's the second run of the day. 109 degrees. But y'all don't care about that shit. My legs are dying right now. Heavy as shit. But y'all don't care about that shit. My toenails, the bottom of my feet, pretty much hot as fuck. Y'all don't care about that shit. Well, check this out. Neither do I. That's why I'm out here every day doing this shit. Because my feelings, I don't give a about them. Sometimes people try to motivate themselves. When times get bad, get hard and shit. Talk about life gives you lemons. Make lemonade. F all that shit. When life gives me motherfucking lemons, I eat the motherfucking lemon. This is all you can do. There's no magic pill or a magic potion. All you can do is outwork the man that God created or woman in you. And what that looks like is unfun. That's why I said do not do a documentary on me. Because people will not see the truth. They will see what they want to see. I don't want to live like that. Good. Good. And you will live exactly the way you live now, questioning who you are, wondering what is possible, wondering what you are capable of doing. That's how that looks. Or you can be me, which, am I happy? I don't know. Never really thought about it. Don't really care about it. Because all I really cared about was when I looked in that mirror, I saw a piece of shit. Happiness wasn't on the mirror at 16, around 300 pounds. It wasn't like, oh, I'm looking for happiness. No, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and say, all right, motherfucker, did it again today. You're a bad boy. Because that shit sucks. I have about a couple minutes of that. And I got the carrot. Second I lay down and go to bed, the carrot's gone because I'm waking up all through the night to check the work I did that day. Did I get this drug right? Did I get this right? Did I get that right? What did I do? Oh my God, fuck. I'm really losing it. Stick. Today is your opportunity to be a leader. You must look at yourself as a leader. As a leader, you no longer have the option to take the easy path in life. As a leader, there is no snooze button. It can be very lonely. Through your actions, you can change the mindset of those around you. You must do when you don't want to do. You have to find your best self when you are the least motivated. Your brain is like a muscle. You have to push it to a point of discomfort. All those days and nights you don't want to train, those are the days you must train. You must change the way you look at discomfort. When I was in Ranger school, my squad got spot checked. The Ranger instructor was looking for 3 items. One of my guys didn't have the items, so the whole squad got smoked. The RI was sitting there smoking us, and the more he smoked us, the more my squad looked around looking for someone to motivate him. The Ranger instructor shouted out, "I want to bury you, motherfuckers." So I saw that my squad needed some extra motivation. So I said, "Ain't no grave that can hold us down, motherfucker. Ain't no grave that can hold us down." So there's a lot of pockets of weakness nowadays. And we try to fill those pockets with lies. I did it for many years. So I'm out here in Colorado for a conference. I go to the gym and this trainer calls me over to talk to this group of people he's training. He says, "Hey man, what are you doing out here?" So I tell him. He says, "What kind of workouts are you doing?" I said, "Well, one workout I'm doing, I'm climbing up this mountain, 3,000 feet, 3 miles. Because I do that every day." So the next day I'm out looking for him. Didn't see him. A couple days later, looking for him. Didn't see him. So here I am on the mountain again, climbing it. And there's a gondola that takes you up, takes you down. I'm going up it. I see a gondola. I'm about 5 minutes from the top. I look up at the gondola. I see him, face pressed up against the window, looking at me. Our eyes meet. It's called the look. When you take a soul, don't talk about it. Be about it. Practice what you preach. Stay hard. When you have nothing to draw from, I was able to find strength in every molecule of this earth. I'm able to be in a room with nothing, with no motivation, no inspiration, nothing, and find it. So what I did in those situations was I invented this thing called taking souls. When everybody's all up and you're exhausted and you're weak and you're tired and you're looking around and everybody looks as bad as you or even worse, I'm like, you know what? I want to now make a statement. It's the perfect time to make a statement. To make a statement to let you know where your life ends and mine begins. And so the statement there is, I muster up every bit of strength from their looks on their faces and how they feel, and how I'm going to now, from my childhood, where I came from, how I was the bottom of the barrel, I'm now amongst all these uncommon people. I'm now going to now make you feel like you're common. I said, look, motherfucker, don't be a punk today. I want you to look at these instructors, because they were where we were years ago, under these boats. And I want them to think about, they'd never seen a boat crew like Boat Crew 2. We're gonna take their mother souls today. So I start to juice these and so we get juiced up. False motivation becomes what? Real motivation. So now they're starting to feel the juice. So the instructors come by, all right, Boat Crew 2, but right now, Boat Crew 2 has said, f it. We're gonna pick the boat up before you tell us to pick the boat up. So the boat's up. Now we're starting to boat press it. And all we're saying is you can't hurt Boat Crew 2. And now our boat crew puts the boat down. They let us put the boat down because we showed something that no one else had. So by us putting out more, we got a chance to rest. So as we're resting, I turn around to the boat crew. It says, all these instructors, I want to make sure from Wednesday to Friday, they cannot sleep with their wives because they're thinking about Boat Crew 2. They tell you how you're supposed to feel. So you are feeling that way. I was like, don't let these motherfuckers tell you how you're supposed to feel. No, it's day one, motherfucker. This is hour one. So I was getting my boat crew all jacked up. I said, we're going to take these mother souls. So when they had us doing this simple thing that guys were struggling with, Boat Crew 2 was just launching the boat and you're yelling, yeah, you can't hurt us. Can't hurt Boat Crew 2. And I looked on the instructors' faces and it looked like someone had just with their soul. We all want to be loved, cared for, appreciated, all that shit. And when we're not, it becomes a poison in our minds. It starts to really infect us like a damn cancer. I work with this one athlete, and every day he wake up, look at Instagram, look at the damn TV, look everywhere. They were always hating on him, wanting him to lose, picking him to lose. And it started to bother him. And before the big day, he came to me and goes, hey man, Goggins, I can't get this shit out of my head, man. I don't want to fight. I train hard. My mind's not in it. I said, you're looking at the shit all wrong, bro. All these people want to take your heart. You're going against this opponent. Not only are you going against this opponent, you're going against all of these haters. So are you want this to take your heart? You need to know one thing. You have the opportunity to take every mother soul. Stay hard. You have to be driven, because without that force, you have no internal ways to get moving. So every year I go to Canada and I smoke jump. I smoke jump 4 months out of the year. So I go out there, I make $12 an hour. I'm digging line. I'm just out there just sucking it up. I lose millions of dollars a year just to go smoke jump, to keep that mentality. I gotta put myself back at scratch. I've been to the top of Mount Everest, not to the tippy top, probably 1,000 times in my mind. The second I want to plant that flag, I just stumble right back down. Because it's that journey getting to the top of that thing is where I get all my knowledge from. All my power, all my dog, all my savage, all my hunger comes from those altitude sickness. When you're climbing and it gets real cold that day, it gets cold that night, that's when you start to build those calluses. That's when you start to your hands don't rip anymore, man. Your mind doesn't rip anymore. You can put me at the bottom. I'm gonna figure out a way to get to the top. It's just how you talk to yourself. And when you get to the top, how you talk to yourself is very different than when you're climbing to the top. So I like the climbing to the top mindset. I don't like the flag mindset. No, I haven't arrived ever. It's never enough. There's zero finish line. Everybody has a savage mentality. It's a primal instinct, whether you believe it or not. We all have it. I'm trying to hurt every mother feelings in the world. Anybody who thought I wasn't going to be somebody, it's never enough. Like a dog. I got a little bulldog at home, and I can't feed that mother enough food. That's me. I leave no scraps on the table for anyone to pick up. And that's the mentality that you must have if you want to be great. You're going to be successful in life. This is one of the biggest keys. Standing yourself in the beginning of your life. Master yourself. Master all the things that you are not good at. Master your mind. What triggers it? What are the trip balls? What are the trip fires? What are the dogs that pull you? What are these that set you up? Master your mind. So then you can start to master it. Because that's where it is. If you want to be successful in life, in any area of life, you have to learn to master people. Where they go, where they feeling, what is their psyche right now? Because only way to get to someone's mind was to master what the words was. What are people? Worry more about people than you do yourself. And then what happens is just start to figure out the answers to business, your life, success. It's mostly like, why am I not? Why am I not? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, shit. You don't know your audience. You don't know your people. And therefore, you're going nowhere. You want to know what the fuck? It's so big, man. I didn't try. I was being neat. But I knew there's a lot of up people just like me out there. They're tired of hearing it, smoking the same way. Like, where's the realness? Where's the authenticity? Where's the vulnerability? So therefore, I was me. I am me to a bunch of people that are looking for a different force that says, okay, so you can cuss your ass off and that's okay. You can be vulnerable self, and that's okay. You can still be successful kind of for where you came from, that's okay. You can tell people you lied, you cheat, you want to break posts, that's okay. Yeah, okay. So I stand deep, and that's where the sister or me, I'm going there now. You know what people need, and then you can give them what they need. Well, it's something I tell myself daily, so I make sure I do at least one thing every day that sucks. It could be for an hour, it could be for 2 hours, sometimes it's for 10 hours. But every day I do something to strengthen the mind. We're all looking for this great mythical mental toughness. Mental toughness doesn't come from sitting on a couch. It doesn't come from wishing it would come true. It comes from putting in the work, and you have to start developing your mindset. Mindset is not developed by wishing. Mindset is developed by doing and actually putting in the practice. There's several days I don't want to do shit. I procrastinate like a mother. This is one of those days, man. I put my shoes and my socks and my shorts on every day. Woke up this morning and just stared at them. Didn't want to do shit. Didn't know why I was doing this shit. A lot of times we forget just how badass we are. So what I do, and I've done for so many years, I write down. I've been writing, so this book right here, this is just about a 3-year book, but I've been writing down for years what I do. So I open up to a page today, look at it, and I go through looking at 18 miles, 16 miles, 17 miles, 15 miles, 16, 116 mile week, 123 mile week, 20, 20, 18, 16, all by myself, training alone, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, all this shit I write down here to remind me of the work I put into the craft that is myself. So we have to always remember our purpose will always be there. I have nothing in front of me right now. No race, no nothing. But the purpose is myself. Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. On those bad days, when you think that you're alone, you just might be. Because you know why? No one else wants to do it. So you be the motherfucker that always gets it done. Let me teach you the real life, how it really is. The reason why you're a loser, and the reason why you're not making it, and the reason why you're trying to go to all these, I go to all these fucking conventions, speak all the time. I look in the audience and these people sign up every year to go to convention, thinking they're gonna learn something fucking different. No, you're lazy. You know exactly what to do, Because even me, in my state of, I can't read or write, I knew exactly what to do. It just sucks doing it. It sucks to do it. It sucks to wake up every morning of your life and say, God, man, I'm not smart. So guess what I gotta do? I gotta study the same shit that I got one of the highest scores in the nation on, and do it again. It's not just there. It's not just there permanently for me. I think the mental health is the most important thing in the world because the mind wants to have control over you. You need to have control over your own mind. So that's all about the mental health. Your mind's gonna always guide you in a spot that wants to make you feel comfortable and nice and secure. And it's in those spots that there's no growth. Without friction, there's no growth. So that's why I constantly preach about you have to get outside that comfort zone to find that every day of your life. A lot of you are trying to find inspiration and motivation with a depressed mindset. You're depressed because you're not doing shit with yourself. You don't find inspiration by not living in the grip of life. You need to live in the grip of life to find inspiration. Put challenges in front of yourself. When you put a challenge in front of yourself and you attack it, that's where you find inspiration. Try to be 10% better than you were last week. If some of you aren't doing shit, your 10% is just getting off the couch. The more you walk away from accountability, the weaker you become. Find yourself in the grip of life. You can't find yourself by doing nothing. The most important conversation you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. So I slowly started changing that internal dialogue in my head. And there wasn't no like teacher, there was no shrink, there was no mom saying, hey David, you can do it. No, it was me. And that was where the power came from. The power came from no one's helping me, no one's coming back to save me, no one's coming back to pull me to the finish line. This is on you. So I saw a lot of power in the fact that if I change this around, I did this. I changed this around.
Yeah.
So that's where it all started happening. I don't take any days off as far as working out. What I realized growing up is you have to build your armor. Your first thing in the morning time is you have to build your confidence. And every day you're constantly gaining and losing confidence. You're never staying the same. So how you build your confidence is if you like what you see in that mirror, that's how you start your day off. If you wake up and you look fat, you look out of shape, you're not, you don't feel good, which is, or you don't feel good inside. So my whole big thing is get up and work out. Shed some calories. Get the adrenals going. Get the mind going. Get all that going. Every day I run. Every day I work out. And every day I stretch. I've never been healthy. Like people think that the races I did in the military broke me. I was broken way before then. Numerous health problems before I even got in the military.
Really?
Numerous. I'm talking about you're talking about like sickle cell.
Yeah, I remember that.
Twisted body from all the stress I was under as a kid. Just a lot of different problems. Thyroid issue, adrenal issues, all kind of shit.
That you had when you were young?
Yes.
Okay.
And so then they got magnified as I got older. So I would go to the start line of a race, like Badwater, the 135-mile race to Death Valley. No one knows this. But if you go back, and there's videos of me out there, Google David Goggins' first video, or first Badwater race, you will see black compression tape on my ankles. I have broken feet at the start line of a 135-mile race.
Your feet were broken.
Broken. And if you go back, you will see as I'm finishing the race, you will see this black compression tape floating behind me. I went to the start line of that race. I trained for that race with broken feet. And I don't talk about a lot because what happens is normal people with normal minds can't understand that. So then you become a liar or this and that. But now I got to the point in my life where I'm like, you go f yourself, dude. If you don't believe it, go ahead. But I don't talk about a lot because I know what I've done and I know what the mind can do and where it can take you. I've experienced it over and over, and my mom has seen it over and over and over again to the point where it's almost like I can't even believe sometimes, but I'm willing to go there. I'm willing to push myself to that limit and see what happens.